Do risk-free investments really exist? If our title brought you here giving you hope that there are risk-free investments, we are sorry, there is not even a single investment without any risk component. Every small or big investment has its own risk attached to it. Even your savings bank account has its own risk. You may never know when your bank will get bankrupt and swindle away with your money. Cash in its physical form also has risk attached to it. Situations like the demonetization imposed serious risks on cash too. We would classify investments on three main types depending upon the risk component: high risk, moderate risk, and low risk investments. Always remember, higher the risk, higher is the returns, and lower the risk, lower is the returns. If you prefer to have your investments safe and not take any additional risk, then this video is what you need to watch. Number 1. Government bonds. Let us first understand what is a government bond. Government bond is a type of debt-based instrument issued by the central and the state governments of India. A debt is basically a sum borrowed and lent between two parties under an agreement. In case of a government bond, the government borrows money from you, the investor, by issuing a bond document and also pays you interest for using your money. Bonds are usually issued when government faces liquidity crisis or requires funds for infrastructural development. Since all your holdings are going to be in an electronic form, it is mandatory to have a Demat account. Demat account is nothing but a dematerialized account which provides the facility of holding shares and securities in an electronic format. Investment in government bonds also comes with some tax benefits. The interest rates are attractive and come with a lock-in period up to 40 years. Number 2 on the list, we have the Post Office Savings Scheme. India Post, which controls most of the postal chain of the country, also provides several deposit avenues for investors. These are known as the Post Office Savings Schemes. These schemes were introduced to provide investment avenues and inculcate savings discipline among Indians from across various economic classes. They have a variety of savings schemes you can pick from: the Senior Citizen Savings Scheme, Sukanya Samriddhi Scheme, term deposits are a few to name. The returns range between 6 to 8% on an average. The post office savings schemes also come with tax deductions under Section 80C. You can visit your nearest post office or check indiapost.gov.in to know about their latest schemes. We'll leave the link to the website for you in the description. At number 3, we have the Public Provident Fund. Now, Public Provident Fund is a popular investment scheme among investors for its high returns and features that come with it. It is a long-term investment scheme for people who want to earn high but stable returns. The interest payable on this fund is determined by the central government of India. It aims to provide higher interest than the regular accounts maintained by the commercial banks in the country. PPFs come with a lock-in period of 15 years and the interest comes to an average of around 7%. However, the rate is subject to change quarterly at the discretion of the central government. So, it's best to review the rates every now and then. At number 4, we have the fixed deposits. Fixed deposits are offered by banks and non-banking financial institutions with a higher rate of interest than that of the regular savings account. Fixed deposits, as the name suggests, have a fixed tenure. It can be either short-term or long-term depending on the customer needs. Also, interest rate may vary from one bank to another and is also hit by inflation. The most important point to remember is that once amount is invested in fixed deposits, it cannot be withdrawn before maturity without financial repercussions. The investor has to pay penalties to withdraw money before maturity. Lastly, we have the recurring deposit. Recurring deposit is a special type of term deposit offered by banks which help people with regular incomes to deposit a fixed amount as monthly installments. Recurring deposit accounts earn interest at the rate similar to that of fixed deposits. This deposit matures on a specific date in the future along with the monthly installments. The minimum period of recurring deposit is 6 months and the maximum is up to 10 years. This list we told you is not at all exhaustive. In fact, there are a wide variety of low risk investment options you can check out. If you want us to make videos on how to invest in each of these options individually, please do leave a comment so that we get notified of your requirement. Until next time, see you.